Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about the time that Oprah changed my life. So, back in 2013, I went to the How to Live Your Life tour. It was here in Miami, Florida at the American Airlines Arena, and I actually got the tickets for my sister for her birthday. They're about 200 bucks, so it was a real good birthday present. My sister has always been obsessed with Oprah and watching her show, and I've watched it too. I just didn't feel like me and her kind of connected. She wasn't kind of like my girl. I loved Iyanla, and I knew she was going to be there, and so I surprised my sister with the tickets, and she was just like floored because she was talking about it and she didn't have the money for it, and she just swears by Oprah, so it really, really got her excited. And of course, I was going to let her go by herself. So I bought my ticket as well. And so the day of, I was kind of like nervous in the sense like, what is this going to be all about? Like, rolling my eyes, whatever. So it was a 3 day thing, which is kind of extensive. If I mean, for $200 in 3 days, like, and these were like full days. These weren't like half-ass days, okay? They had tons of stuff going on. So they had like different vendors outside that you could get freebies and stuff. They had tents and they were giving out like IKEA stuff. They were giving out like sponsors like L'Oreal and things like that. The first day you arrived, they gave you a long kind of workbook. It had quotes in it. It had some tchotchkes as far as what was available to buy for the tour, the backgrounds of the people speaking, and things to do, actual activities. So we got there the first day, and Oprah comes out in all her glory, and she's just radiant and excited, and the people around me were just completely floored. Like, they were like in awe, like this was a god. Now when I saw her again, I'm coming into this very like, okay, cool, I'm going to support my sister kind of thing, and I was like, okay, cool, Oprah. Like, we had some pretty good seats. They gave you also these wristbands that lit up at certain times of the event. And so, she goes into talking about different experiences, different life choices, and things like that. She introduces all of the people who are going to be there as far as, pre-setting this person will be here tomorrow, blah, 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 which was really cool. And, I'm starting to get into a vibe of like, you know what? Okay, let me sit back and kind of listen. Because when she talks, not when she came out. So when she first came out and was just introducing everybody, it's like a warm, loving, like, hug. Hey, everybody, I'm here. I'm excited. Da, da, da. We have so much in store for you. You know how she is. And so I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, cool. This is so funny because I was actually wearing this shirt for one of the days. I'm like, okay, cool, Oprah. I see you, girl. And so, you're listening. So when she starts to kind of calm down and kind of get into her story time, you better listen because you're gonna feel it from your seat. So she talks about love. She talks about her experience with her career and the challenges she faced, and the do's and the don'ts, and the challenges, what that looked like. Being fired and just feeling depressed and not feeling like worthy of her dreams that she was chasing. And at the time, I just started a new job. I was in a different space, and it was a little bit harder for me to kind of accept everything she was saying. But there were bits and pieces. I wouldn't say bits and pieces, but in the end, I was taken back. She talked about her career. She talked about being primarily, based in Chicago and then moving to California, then having to let go of that team to kind of brand, build, and etc. in California, and what that looked like. There were a lot of really great quotes that she said, and just moments, aha moments, and that aha moment situation. She elaborated on that, and that is something that stuck with me the entire time. Iyanla came on, and boy, she's powerful. That woman right there, I bless her heart, beloved. Okay, I love me some Iyanla. You can't tell me nothing about no Iyanla. If Iyanla could come into my life, I'm ready for it, honey. Iyanla talked about her marriage and her child and changing her name and the challenges she faced and meeting Oprah and what that was like and stuff like that. And it was just something that even at my age, I'm 27 now, I was able to take in and say, let me tuck that away, that kind of wise, that wise one, the quote from the wise one, or just a little talking to the wise one. It felt like y'all were in a one-on-one in a room together, and we were just chopping it up about life and what we've been through and stuff. And so it was quite heartwarming. It was also enlightening to just see, people we see on TV, people we see, in production, kind of just, off the rip, say whatever's on their mind. It's unedited. They're there in front of you, talking to you, kind of guiding you, advising you. There were tears. I had some tears. My sister definitely bawled her eyes out. And afterwards, you left with a loss of words. Not like a bad thing, but it was just so overwhelming. It was just so fulfilling. There was just so much going on. There was just so much happening as far as what was being said, and then you're cross-referencing it with your life and what's going on, and what you want to work on, and what you could have done differently, and what you could have changed, and etc. And so, with that being said, it's kind of like when we left there, we were just kind of like in our own little zone, just analyzing ourselves, and kind of just slowly like changing, evolving. It's kind of cliche to say that these people come on stage and they're like super happy and super excited, and they come and they say their words and wisdoms. And Deepak Chopra, however you say his name, we did some meditation with him. That was actually really nice. And, you really do feel affected. And it's so funny because prior to this, I was like, you're right. Now, I don't know how her show went. I don't know how other things go with her, but she definitely had a presence of like, I'm not taking my life for granted. I'm not just living to live. I'm actually living by the words that are said to me. There is power in words, and it's really about how you decide to take them. And certain things can be said to you and you just brush it off your shoulders, and other things can be said to you and you like, it's on your back, like you can't let it go. So it's really just up to you. And I think that, when they speak, or when they spoke at that time, they spoke with a purpose. It wasn't for the facade. It was kind of like, I felt like there was a greater good. Yeah, I would pay $20 to sit up there and talk to them, or to see them, but they really had some things that were very meaningful to say, things that I think were pure, things that I would say that are genuine, and things that they carry along with them, whether it be quotes or poems or sayings or instances in life. But it really kind of slowed things down. We talked about the person one person, if you could choose anyone in the world, of who you would just want nothing but the best for, like whether it be a child or a cousin or a mother or a friend or a homeless person, speaking about them and writing that down. And, it taught me some really great things. And I have tons of notes if you guys are interested, of just quotes and different things, that I live by now, and I read it from time to time. One thing that Iyanla stuck with me, and I thought that it was just so true. I think she said this before on her shows and stuff. When you help people or give them advice or assist them in a time period in their life, you feel kind of like, hey, they come to you and they say, I'm really stuck on this job thing. I really think that I should leave, etc. And you're trying to explain to them like, no, you shouldn't leave actually, because it's a really great opportunity. Just stick it out for a little bit longer, etc. And they don't listen to you. You get kind of upset and you get kind of annoyed because you're like, I told you so. Yeah, that would happen to me all the time, where I would just be like, I don't even care anymore. I'm not going to tell you nothing because you don't listen to me. So what's the point? You're going to do whatever you want. She said, when I give people advice or people ask me for help, I don't get attached to the outcome. That to me was just like so eye-opening. Not being attached with what they decide to do gives you the freedom of no longer feeling feeling like you're expecting something, you're expecting the outcome you suggested or you favor with. It gives you the freedom to be able to be, I've done my part in all of this, or I've worked with you for, what I consider to be my part, and your life will continue to exist as it is. And just to add to that, I remind myself that everyone's future, everyone's destiny is already mapped out. So, where the cards are going to lay or where they're going to lay. That freedom, like I said, of just letting go and not feeling like, why didn't you listen to me? What were you thinking? Like, duh, don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. And that's something that I struggled with a lot prior to that, because I just felt like, if I'm helping you, I'm usually right, and you're not listening, and you just wasted my time. And I'm pretty sure that's true for a lot of people. So, just for that in general, I thought that was a really great takeaway, and that's something again that I live by. There was some really great words. You can kind of seep through it, with the notes that I took. So like I said, if you're interested, I'm more than welcome to email them to you to see if they resonate with you. And, the meditation experiment that they did as well. Not experiment, the meditation exercise that they did was really, really good. Just taking 5 minutes of your day to kind of just breathe for a second. You'd be surprised how quickly that is actually, and it's not taking up too much of your time. So yeah, I think, after, like I said, overall, there were tears, there were laughs, there were a little bit of everything, just aha moments. There were certain things that didn't necessarily resonate with me. I didn't really care for the soul cycle situation. There was another person who spoke that I didn't really care for him. Elizabeth, I forget what her last name is, but Eat, Pray, Love. She was there. She told her story. Really, really great story if you haven't heard about it. Just her personally, she talks about it like on TED Talks and stuff like that. So it's not like it's not well known. But she talked about her divorce and just at a place of just like, I don't know where I should be. I don't know what I'm doing. Guide me, protect me, figure it out. Like, what, I'm hitting a wall here. So, yeah, so that was, like I said, it was a really great experience. I would say it was worth my money. Really great experience, definitely so. I really enjoyed it, and it definitely changed my life for the better in a good direction. And I respect Oprah a lot more. She has some really great shows that she does, the masterclass now, which I think are very like eye-opening. She did one on Cicely Tyson in her life, and it was just like, woman, you've been through everything and you were just shining. She brings together some really great key players in the entertainment business and learns a little bit more about them and allows them to kind of express their opinions on the world and kind of what we live in and what's going on and what they've had to deal with and stuff like that. So I really like that kind of stuff. I feel like it's very reflective. I think it's very important to listen to our elders and the wiser ones, the ones who've been through, a couple rounds of life. Although there are some things that not necessarily are alike, because of just how quickly times are changing. There's some solitude and in grace in knowing the beginning, knowing what it all started with or what it's influenced by, because a lot of things are influenced by the beginning of time. And I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would say, like I said, great experience. I would totally do it all over again. Especially now. So yeah, I hope this video was a little bit eye-opening, or my experience was pretty eye-opening, or not even eye-opening. I think it's just cool to hear, just to know like what that was like. It was a little bit of a story time situation. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys. I'm really trying to kick them out now. It's been a while, but I'm back. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.